Hi everybody, my name's Kelly and I am trying to get my YouTube channel started for my business called Hidden Heart, and I just wanted to kind of do an impromptu video because I feel like if I totally get myself completely perfectly prepared, I'm never gonna get my videos going. So I just decided to go ahead and dive right into sharing some things with you. Basically, just want to share my personal journal and a little bit of how it's set up and how it can kind of compare to the bullet journal system, which I'm sure most of you have seen at this point. It's a very, very good system, and actually the system that I currently use is very, very close to the bullet journal system. And I've actually kind of started tweaking my journal more towards the bullet journal system with my own things added in there. So that's the great thing about bullet journaling, and this style of journal system that I'm going to show you. It can all be so customizable to what you would want your journal to be, and there's no limit to what you can do. So let's just dive right in. My journal, again, I'm real gung-ho about finding ways to do things without spending a lot of money. I do like to, purchase certain things, there's nothing wrong in doing that. And the bullet journal system that Ryder Carroll started, and the bullet journals that he sells are really great, but that system just doesn't work for me personally. So like I said, I'm just going to show you what I do and how I've kind of tweaked it and how I'm still kind of working on tweaking that. But again, this is just a process for me. I wanted to share what I do, maybe some tips and tricks that you all haven't heard before, maybe. I'm not really sure, but just wanted to share. So my journal is actually something that I made. It was this, vinyl material that I had, and I painted it to make it look a little bit more, colorful and pretty. And then I added this border around it, which since then has gotten kind of worn out, but I love it. You can add more embellishments and different things like I've done here, just something simple. On the inside, the system that I use is more of like the Fodori system, where you have several journals within your cover, and they're all put in here with these elastic bands. And you can add as many or as little bands as you want. And as you go through your inserts, which you have like all these individual inserts, and you can take in, take out as little or as much as you want. That's what I love about it. And so going to a smaller journaling system like this and having separate inserts for what I want works best for me. With the bullet journal system, there's what's called collections. And the collections, there's some that are just more like monthly collections and some that are more long-term. And the reason that I like this system that I use more than the actual like whole journal, one journal bullet system, is because with me, I have, an insert that is specifically for like things that are short term, like my monthly, my daily, maybe some little notes in between and that kind of thing. But then I want to have different inserts. Like this one I have here is one specifically for church notes, because it's hard for me to go back and reference some of my church notes when they were mixed in with my previous journal, which my previous insert is here. And it's full and complete, and there's still some things that I reference back to, but I don't necessarily have to keep it in my binder here, because it's not something I need, on the spot every day. So I have it at home. I can reference it whenever I need to, but as of right now, it's not actually in my journal. My church notes, of course, this is something that as I went along the journaling process, I tweaked and knew that I wanted to have a separate thing just for church notes, so it was easier to find if I wanted to reference back to a certain week or something. All my notes are in one spot, and I don't have to thumb through my daily calendars and my monthly calendars and that kind of thing. So that's what works for me. And then on top of that, I don't actually have it finished just yet, but I wanted to get a separate insert for simply my collections. And this is more for long-term collections. And that way it's a journal that I can keep in here, and I will always have my long-term collections with me. And then I can still keep more short-term collections in my first journal here, which is like my, monthly one that I'll go through a lot quicker. So again, this is just my daily to-dos. And like I said, I started all this before the bullet journal system came out. But it's kind of been tweaked since then, but I've really tried to start making it more colorful, which I've always done in some way, but I've really started adding and tweaking as I go. So all up to this point, this was the system that I used, which is somewhat similar to like a bullet journal system, but I would have, for each of my tasks, I would do a open heart, and then once they were completed, I would color them in. And I really started, a while before this here, I really started doing the faux calligraphy, which I absolutely love, and my handwriting has very much improved, and still improving, of course. But I just love just trying new things, and that's the great thing again about this system is you can just try all kinds of new things. And if you don't like something, you just don't repeat it. And if you do like something, you continue it. And then if you see something new on YouTube videos or that kind of thing, you can add them in. So that's the great thing about this kind of a system, and you can just go page by page, and you don't have to worry about, oh, I didn't fill in, Friday the 12th, it's blank. This is just, if you skip, like here, you can even see I've got Tuesday here, and the next thing that I have is, well, I have Wednesday, but then in between Wednesday and Friday, there's no Thursday, but there's no blank space. So I just start again on Friday and just go from there. That personally is just something that I absolutely love, and without even realizing it, without even realizing it, I was using the bullet journal system before I even knew about it. So like I said, there's lots of things I love about the bullet journal system, and things that I've kept of my own, and things that I've tweaked, and things that I've added from the bullet journal system. So just kind of doodle here and there. Like again, I like things pretty, and if you're anything like me, you're an artist, creatist, you think the same way, and you like things to look nice, and you take time to make things look nice. This was actually where I started practicing some different banners and things that the bullet journal videos and sometimes include, and show you things you can add into your journal to spruce them up. So that was kind of what that was. This again was right before I started doing the bullet journal things that I added in. So if you go here, this is where I really started planning and put some bullet journal system ideas into place. So of course I've got my October monthly spread, my calendar. Over here I have a goals page, and then here I have the October tracker, which is the habit tracker, and you just write down your own personal things that is something you want to work on. And again, this is customizable to your needs and your wants. And these are things that I really want to work on. And as you can see so far, there's still a lot of blank space that I haven't worked on those things yet. And so that's why I have them here in front of me, is so that I'm more apt to work on those things, and it can improve. It's not going to be perfect right from the start, and that's okay. You have to be okay with the imperfect. That's why I'm doing this video. I was so worried about things not being perfect. And I just finally decided I wanted to get this video going, and you guys can, leave comments on maybe things I can work on, maybe, things that you liked, questions I would love to try to answer for you. Just, let me know. Here I have the gratitude log. This is something that I've loved with the bullet journal system. I mean, who doesn't want to, do whatever they can to add some positivity to their life? So this is something that I really wanted to get in the habit of doing. And so far I'm on track for getting this done every day. And it doesn't have to be anything long and outdrawn. I mean, I'm just putting, like here I was with my sister this past weekend. And so I put family visits. I'm so grateful that I'm able to go visit, my sister and other family members when I have time off work. So again, that's just something I personally really like. There's so many different spreads that you can do with the bullet journal system. There's some that I don't like with the bullet journal, but again, customizable to what you want. Here's an October memories page spread. So I'll start documenting some of my memories. So I need to go back in and kind of write down my memories from this past weekend with my sister. And I got to see, my second oldest niece perform in marching band for the first time. And I got to see my youngest nieces in cheerleading for the first time. And it was an amazing weekend. And I love stuff like that. And so I definitely want to document those memories. Christmas gifts list. This is a spread that I wanted in my journal. And again, this wasn't really a long-term collection because it's going to end by the end of this year, which I'll probably finish up this particular insert by that point. And so I won't need it to be continued, into my next journal. It's not something I wanted to put into my long-term collection. So it was okay being right here. And then, just starting my dailies and stuff like that. And so as you can see, I didn't even start until the 3rd. And that's because I was out of town this past weekend and didn't have anything going on but family stuff. And so you start fresh wherever you're at. So that's that insert. My next insert, of course, is my church notes, which I've already shown you. And a great thing about these elastic, things to put your inserts into is I can attach other things. This is from my church about everything going on for the next few months. And I just kind of tucked that into my church notes journal. So it's all right there in one place. Another thing I did have in here, in the end of August, beginning of September, I went to Ireland for the first time, which was amazing. And so I did a Ireland journal, and I journaled up to and during, and then of course there's tons of stuff in here from the trip itself, and so that's in there. Won't be staying in here, but I'm going to be putting it into another journal of like retired journals, if you will. Another thing I keep with me always is I'm writing a book, and I keep this in here with me so that there's something about the written word that I just actually like writing words out. So I always keep my book with me. So that is the tips and tricks of my personal journal. And again, if you have any questions, please let me know. If it was helpful in any way, please hit the like button and share. I would love to, reach more people. I look forward to getting my next video up and hope you will join in then as well. Until then, from my heart to yours, God bless. Bye.